guys, it's TEW2016 Maxwell here and welcome to another edition of TNA Making an Impact. We're just 2 weeks away from Bound for Glory and hopefully again today we've go over most of the storylines. So that leaves us next week just closing off a few others and hopefully putting our lower card together. I say most of the card is booked in so far. A lot of them are kind of mentioned here today. There'll be one match up announced 100% next week, which I think will probably be like a battle royal of some sorts, to give everyone a chance of being on the pay-per-view. But we'll carry on anyway. 15 segments here. We obviously have a big main event because there's so much going on the roster. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the show. Let's go. It is TNA Making an Impact. So 4,000 at the Rob Arts Arena. And we start this week's episode of TNA Impact Wrestling with Bobby Lashley out in the ring to explain what went down last week. He said, "So everyone is wondering why last week I returned and instantly attacked Adam Cole. I'm going to cut straight to the chase. When I was attacked a few weeks ago, we managed to find some CCTV footage and the attackers were confirmed to be the BC, of course led by Adam Cole. I have no idea why Adam Cole tried this, but he's now an enemy who has to watch his back. Tonight, meanwhile, he better watch his friend's back as I go one-on-one with Kenny Omega. I will take out the BC one by one if it means getting my hands on that no-good son of a bitch Adam Cole. Be warned, Adam, or you just might get knocked out." So words there from Bobby Lashley, a very impressive B+ 86. You get the show off to a strong start and it got the crowd hotter. And he knows it was Adam Cole that attacked him, and now it's time for him to get his revenge. So all positives there by the announce team. Good start to the show. Our first matchup of the day is about to have some decent wrestling. It didn't have much heat, and we saw Trevor Lee defeat Ricochet in 9:20 by pinfall. T+52, another good win for Trevor Lee. Get the match at the crowd hotter. Ricochet with a 50, Trevor Lee with an impressive 49. He's ever improving. It continues the X Division storyline. Ricochet improving rumble skills, Trevor Lee improving performance. Negatives, inconsistency there for Ricochet, so not bad. Trevor Lee certainly improving skill set. Trevor Lee picks up another win over Ricochet this time, which surely now puts him in contention for the TNA X Division Championship. Karlee heads out to the top of the ramp, and she's got a few words to say. "Well done, Trevor, another excellent victory, I must say. Now it is true that you deserve a chance at the TNA X Division Championship, and that will come at Bound for Glory. You will get your shot alongside a few others, and a multi-man match still to be confirmed at Bound for Glory." Basically, I'm still unsure how many people is going to be in the match. So Phoenix does have it all against them, but are you good enough, Trevor, to capitalise? So we'll definitely have a multi-man X Division match. If it's going to be 5 or 6, I'm unsure. I don't think it's going to be an Ultimate X. Probably just a match to allow them to showcase their talents rather than Ultimate X, which doesn't really do that in my opinion. So we'll go with that. E+31, a good segment there, and hopefully again keep building up overness. The GM, with a 50% owner, Karlee. Next up, and about they had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, we had Bobby Roode defeat Matt Jackson and Eddie Edwards. In 10:33, when Bobby Roode defeated Matt Jackson by pinfall, with a payoff. Bobby Roode carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, a very solid B-77. Matt Jackson with a 62, Bobby Roode with an 81, a 65 for Eddie Edwards. The TNA Tag Team Division storyline continues as a result of this. Bobby Roode improving performance skills, Matt Jackson technical. And again, limited negatives here, so very good for our tag team division. Next up, we've got a promo from Mike Bennett. It says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold up. We are just 2 weeks away from TNA Bound for Glory, and let me ask you this. What the hell happened to the hype behind the miracle, Mike Bennett? Management won't accept my calls, respond to my emails, God, they won't even slide into my DMs on Twitter. It's as if I lose one match and TNA's management just doesn't care about me. I expect to be on the Bound for Glory card, and I hope to hell Karlee will sort this out by next week, or you know what? I'll quit." So D44, Mike Bennett frustrated he hasn't been on television for a few weeks, so he'll hopefully get a matchup sorted next week. Nothing there to really report, no skill improvements, no dirt sheet, negatives, all good. But what do we have in plan for the Miracle Mike Bennett? Remains to be seen. Next contest, there's a poor match which saw Jade defeat Ali in 7:29 by pinfall. D47, a simple match again, building up the momentum of Jade. Good win over Ali. Jade with 50, Ali with 33, still need to build her up. Jade improves performance skills, and both ladies holding back. This seems to be a regular thing. A few matches in my WWE series, the females have been holding back, which is annoying. But hopefully, they can keep putting in good shifts and keep improving. That's all we're asking. Next up, in an extremely short match, we have... Oh, this has went completely wrong here, I think. Yep, this has went completely wrong here. The wrong people have won. Mahala Balashira and Angelina Love defeat Magnus and Sienna in 4:55 when Angelina Love defeated Sienna by pinfall with lights out. In terms of in-ring work, Magnus was head and shoulders above everyone else. That should have been the other way about. It should have been Sienna beating Angelina Love, but no, we'll work that in a storyline. D plus 53, Magnus was off his game, Angelina Love with 32, Shira with 29, Sienna with 50, and Magnus with 64. I don't know why neither of them complained about losing that much, but we'll go with that. What's the negatives there? I hope it doesn't hamper Magnus too much. As you see, it was meant to be Magnus and Sienna who got the win, and as they celebrate, Karlee comes out to the top of the ramp and as always has a microphone. Magnus, Sienna, congratulations on a great victory. We'll just say they won. And boy, Magnus, does your night get better and better. For weeks now, you have complained about wanting competition, about wanting a marquee match-up at Bound for Glory. And well, I took your request on board, and not only have I found a great opponent for you, but also someone who would be a great signing for TNA Impact Wrestling, taking this company to heights never seen before. So get ready, Magnus. Prepare all you can. Bring your A game, because you better be ready for it. So, I know I said I was not going to sign other guys, and Rusev became available. That fell through, but then something else came up which I just felt was too good to turn down, especially for helping get people over. So a D-38 here. There is an opponent set for Magnus, and he'll make his debut at Bound for Glory. So any guesses? Let me know who you think. Next up in a decent match, we have Bobby Lashley defeat Kenny Omega in 10:05 with a spear, so the right guy won here. C plus 66, Lashley gets through the first member of the BC quite convincingly. He gets a 71, Omega with a 48. No skill improvements in this instance, and the dirt sheet has just Kenny Omega's inconsistency. Next up, we've got a promo with Adam Cole, and he says, "What the hell is TNA mismanagement's problem around here? They go and do one great thing by giving me a TNA National Championship match against Jay Lethal, but then they decide they're going to allow Bobby Lashley to not only attack and take out one of my friends, but the fact he is allowed to stay and potentially put my life at risk. Where is the fair working conditions around here?" Yeah, I attacked Lashley a few weeks ago, and what? He was just another one of those guys who continually got opportunity after opportunity, and his time has passed. This is all about me and the BC. It's time we usher this new generation in by taking people like him out. Stay the hell out of my way, Lashley. So a strong promo from Adam Cole, stating it's not fair that Bobby Lashley can take out one of his friends in a match and still be allowed on the premises. So I know it was your storyline advances, and very solid promo, Adam Cole. And it's a good matchup, and about had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Jay Lethal defeats Adam Cole in 14:04 by pinfall with the Lethal combination. During the matchup, we had Bobby Lashley distract Adam Cole, ultimately costing him the victory, and Lethal makes defense number 8 of his TNA National Championship. So again, raising the prestige of that, giving it a good matchup. A solid B-77. Lethal with 71, Adam Cole with 70. It continues the storyline between Jay Lethal and Adam Cole and Bobby Lashley. No skill improvements here, and it continues to give us a good matchup going forward that we should be getting between Jay Lethal and Shibata. Next up, we've got a promo with EC3, and this is before our main event. There's quite a few promos before and after. He says, "Here we go yet again, everyone. Another show of TNA Impact, another show with EC3, front and centre. But let me ask you this. Where the hell is Rey Mysterio? Where are you, little man? Oh, that's right, this time it's the fans you want to let down. Faking a stomach injury, that abdominal injury? Why not just tell everyone the truth? You just don't want to be here. You think you're better than all of us in TNA. That's it, isn't it? Or is it because you can't hack it anymore? You're past your prime. You feel embarrassed that you couldn't make it elsewhere anymore, and then you tried here, and this place was too good for you as well. Well, listen up, kiddo. Bound for Glory, I've had enough of you. You'll be fighting fit by then, and if you've the balls, if you're man enough, fight me, Ray. I'll squish you like the bug you are." So a B-77 promo from EC3, still pissed at Rey Mysterio. Obviously Mysterio's out with that short-term injury, which will take him out till Bound for Glory. So EC3 is using that as an angle of why Rey Mysterio isn't here. So continues the You Build On Me storyline, and it just raises the pissed off level of EC3. Next up we're with JB, who's with Fergal Devitt. Again, as we're preparing for tonight's main event 8-man tag, as he's teaming alongside Phoenix, Jeff Hardy and Drew Galloway. JB says, "What are your thoughts going into tonight's matchup?" Devitt says, "Tonight, JB, it's all about putting a marker down. We all want to go into Bound for Glory full of momentum, so we can go there and put on a show that no one will ever forget." That brings us to tonight's opponents. They'll also have the same mentality. They want momentum. They want to put themselves in a spotlight for the best match possible at Bound for Glory. The pressure is on every man in this match. But me, I thrive on pressure. And this victory, tonight, puts pressure on Stu Barrett. And if he thinks this is a pressure situation now, just wait to Bound for Glory. So strong words there. Really try to play mind games with the champion, and a solid C+ 71 promo, continuing the World Heavyweight Championship storyline between Barrett and Devitt. And the main event match, and about that had some good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. It was Shibata, Stu Barrett, EC3 and Bram defeating the team of Drew Galloway, Phoenix, Fergal Devitt and Jeff Hardy in 17:37 when Shibata defeated Phoenix by pinfall. A solid B-73, a good spotlight for Phoenix and the likes of Shibata as well. Notes here where EC3 did not suit the gimmick. 56 rating for Jeff Hardy, a 73 for Fergal Devitt, a 47 for Phoenix, 75 for Drew Galloway, 60 for Bram, 76 for EC3, 73 for Stu Barrett, and Shibata with 64. Interestingly there, Jeff Hardy's your second weakest wrestler in that, apparently. That's worrying signs, definitely. But a good spotlight victory for Shibata. Performance skills increasing for Jeff Hardy and Bram, Stu Barrett improving his rumble. A few negatives here will probably be low morale, inconsistencies. But a nice matchup here to end the show. I do like a multi-man match, I'm not going to lie. It allows me to get a lot of storylines together, and allows me to focus massively in bringing the undercard through. So I don't know how other people react to that, if they're kind of like main eventers fighting each other, or if they kind of mix and match it. And we finish the show. We see Karlee in the ring with 2 contracts. These are the contracts for Matt and Jeff Hardy to sign their final deletion match. Jeff and Matt are now both in the ring after their introductions, so Karlee talks. Unfortunately, limited characters here, so I had to cut a lot of things out of the segment. She says, "Gentlemen, no trouble will go down here. We have brought out many a security guard here to ensure that you sign your contract and that your battle happens at Bound for Glory. Now I have went over the contract with both of you, and I can confirm the loser does in fact leave TNA. Any last words?" Jeff Hardy says, "For months, Matt, you have pestered me for this matchup, and I have begrudgingly accepted. I must move on with my career. For me, my family, and the creatures. And if it means I must get rid of you from TNA, then so be it." Hardy replies, "Brother Nero, you have been a pawn in my side for many a time. I am the true Hardy. I must rid of you from existence to prove I am the true Harley, and for my side of the family to prosper. Bound for glory, this ends. Bound for glory, you, Brother Nero, will be over. So that's it. Cuts to the back. D plus 50. I'm not going to have them, I don't want them to have contact until the event. It's probably going to be some sort of gimmick matchup. I'm thinking ladder match, maybe a TLC, maybe last man standing, unsure. But Karlee was underwhelming. It continues their storyline. They will clash in a monumental, deletion type thing at Bound for Glory. So disappointing, it was a D plus 50. And that ends the show on a B minus 75. So of course we're still going to improve our popularity in 18 regions, the usual, the US, Canada and the UK. So I'm pretty happy with it. Good matchups between Jay Lethal and Adam Cole. A pretty respectable main event. Good from Lashley and Omega. Very good matchup with the tag teams as well, 3 of their members. You build up a bit of the lower card as well. And you realise it's this kind of generation that's coming through, and this generation that should be dropping down the card. So the few things we can take from this, again, who do you think could be the opponent for Magnus? Have you ever made a mistake like I did there, having Magnus lose just before his matchup? I'll need to check his overness and Sienna's, just to make sure. But it's just one of those things, unfortunately. And yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't affect them too much. Let's see if we get anything here. Rich Swan Rising, a couple of things with progress. All eyes are on Cherry Bomb. WWE off the contract to Damien Sandow. Imagine that happened in real life. 2.33 and 4K for that. So we're about one more show away, and then we've got Bound for Glory. Momentum's up at 46. In fact, actually, Bound for Glory's this week. Oh, well, if that's the case, in the interest of not making a mess of it, I'm going to put it back a week. I honestly thought it was the last week. I think it's because I'd put my Survivor Series Mother game. Then, so that's cool. We'll move that back and we'll move Turning Point back. And that'll just allow us then to go and build it another week, because there is still matches I need to sort out. There's still storylines that still have to be fully written. So one more Impact and then we'll get there. That's it. It's absolutely crazy. What I want to check is how Sienna's overness was affected by that loss. She lost 2 there. This is one of the things, it's a simple mistake. If you've made a mistake like that, let me know who you put over accidentally. If you've had anything major, like a major star that's lost to somebody that's just an up-and-comer, or was just a jobber accidentally. But apart from that, I feel like we're in a good position. We've still a week to go. We'll get the rest of those feuds over next week, and then the big pay-per-view Bound for Glory, and then we hit that reset button, and a new generation will start to come through. So you'll get your Braxton Sutters, your Basil Baraka, your Baron Dax, Crazy Steve, Tigre Uno. Other young talents will come through. I don't know if Tigre Uno's even young, but talents that haven't been used will come through, and hopefully we can prosper and take this company up to national. But as always, thanks for watching. Just let you see the size before we go. Nailing it with D pluses and C minuses. So again, way over Cult, long way to national, but it's all about the fun ride along the way. So as always, thank you for watching. It's deeply appreciated. If you get any comments regarding the series, let me know. The mic issues were okay because it's Windows Update. It has decided to mess about with my OBS settings. Let's say, who do you think the opponent could be for Magnus? Who do you feel could be the rest of the card? What kind of matchups would you like to see going forward? Who do you like to see getting a push out of Bound for Glory? And apart from that, as always, thanks for any likes, comments, subscriptions, etc. All deeply appreciated. I'll try and get back to them as much as possible. Same with any tweets, I'll try and tweet back as quickly as I can. And if you're looking to use this skin that I've been using, let me know and I'll drop you a link in the old comments section as well. So cheers for watching, guys. It's deeply appreciated. And I'll see you next week for the Go Home edition of TNA Making Impact. Bye bye.